It's the most comforting food of all time, macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna show you an awesome recipe that I've been making for years. We're gonna make a classic sauce, mix them up with some noodles. It is to die for. I know you will love this. Let's get one thing clear here. There is no such thing as healthy macaroni and cheese. It's fat, milk, cheese, and noodles. It does not exist in the healthy atmosphere of food. So just accept that off the bat. But the first thing we need to do is shred up a bunch of different cheeses. Sound good? Let's cook.
I've got a grater over some parchment paper to help collect all the cheese, and we're going to start off with some yellow cheddar cheese. I've always loved the flavor of this. I love it on burgers. I especially love it in macaroni and cheese. The reason I put it on parchment paper so the cheese doesn't go everywhere and it's easy to transport. The next one I've got is some American cheese. I love American cheese too on cheeseburgers. It also has something called sodium citrate in it, which helps make sauces really smooth and none of those clumpy cheese chunks that are in there. Set that to the side. And then last but not least, I've got some aged white cheddar. This is going to bring a lot of flavor and a ton of natural salts. Once it is grated, and be careful on those graters, set it all to the side.
I already know what you're thinking. Yes, this is a lot of cheese, but it's macaroni and cheese. So we want a lot of it. So don't freak out. I promise it will all come together. But you can also swap out. I love the combo of yellow and white cheddar cheese and American cheese. You could try Monterey Jack, Colby Jack. You could do Gruyere and get quite fancy there. It's up to you, but have some fun here. Now what we're going to do is prep up some veggies.
I've got a yellow onion here. Just simply slice off each end and then cut it in half. We're going to next remove that outside peel. And then we want to small dice this. Dice it as small as you can. You don't want big chunks of onions in here. You just simply want to taste the flavor. Next, I've got some garlic cloves, which I'm going to run through a garlic press as usual. Like I always say, I am over chopping garlic in this life. I've done it for 25 years. Make sure you get all of it. Now we're heading over to our cooktop. I've got a nice large rondeau pot. You could use a regular Dutch oven pot if you want. We're going to add in some unsalted butter over medium heat, wait till it's melted, and then we're going to hit it with those yellow onions, followed up by adding in the minced garlic. Now grab a spoon and mix all of that goodness together. What we want to do is get a nice light brown. We're talking maybe 6 to 8 minutes. We don't want to caramelize it, and we don't want them to just be translucent. We want to pull some flavor from that. Now I'm going to add in some all-purpose flour because right now what we want to do is make a roux. What that's going to do is help thicken up our sauce. So go ahead with your spoon and combine everything together. You'll notice that the butter is going to soak up the flour. You're going to see little clumps of onions and garlic in there. We're next going to hit it with some whole milk. Please use whole milk, lots more flavor in that. Once it's in there, grab your spoon. We're going to mix everything around just to try to get those flavors out. And we're going to crank the heat up to high heat. Really what this does is help to activate that roux. It will help thicken it up and much more quickly. Also at this point, I usually switch out from a spoon to a whisk so everything gets broken up with ease. You can see that it's starting to look really thick. What we're looking for is a thin nappe. So coat the back of a spoon, run your finger across. That top layer doesn't go over there. We are good.
And the reason we don't want to take this to that nice thick consistency that you would see in like a creamy Alfredo sauce or a traditional bechamel is we have so much cheese to add in there. We don't want this to be clumped together. We want it to be nice and creamy. That is the goal. Now for the cheese.
We're pouring in 2 cups each of the white cheddar, the yellow cheddar, and the American cheese. Once it is in there, grab your whisk and begin to whisk everything together. We're going to turn the heat down just in case you weren't aware to medium to low heat. Does not need to be hot and boiling. We also want to season it very well with sea salt and fresh cracked black pepper. This is what's going to season up our macaroni and cheese. This is the sauce. So be sure to give it another whisk. We want all the cheese melted, all those flavors incorporated in there. And at this point, just turn the heat off and set it to the side.
Don't worry about the cheese sauce. It will stay plenty warm because in the meantime, we need to boil up our macaroni noodles.
Got a large pot of boiling water. We're going to add some salt in there. I was always told that water should taste like the ocean before you cook in it. We're next adding in our macaroni elbows. It's going to take in between 6 to 8 minutes to cook. I usually get a spoon in there to move things around so they don't stick. You want to take them to al dente because they're still going to cook in the oven and they're still going to absorb up some of that sauce, and we don't want it to be mush. Once they are finished cooking, give them a good drain. We don't want to move over too much of the water and dilute our delicious sauce. So head right over to the sauce, pour it in there. This next part is going to be up to you. I like it because it helps bring structure and fat, and that is large eggs. This is going to help bring some body, and it's also going to help so when you take a nice scoop out, it's not going to run all over the place. It's going to hold shape a little bit. But again, if you like it super creamy, don't add the eggs. Now in an oversized casserole dish, I'm going to add in our macaroni and cheese. Pour it all in there so that it's nice and level. And well, because I love cheese, I'm going to add a little bit more of each of the shredded cheese that I did before, completely covering the top. We are going in the oven on 350 degrees. It's going to take about 20 minutes. So go hang out somewhere before you go grab it and pull it out, and boom. This looks seriously so good, you guys. Let it cool down just a bit before we serve it up.
It is all about those fundamental techniques and putting them into practice, like making a proper bechamel and then knowing when and how to add cheese so that you can make Mornay sauce. Once you start understanding these things, I promise you, all of your homemade food from scratch will taste way better. Better than the grocery stores, better than the local barbecue restaurant. You won't even like their macaroni and cheese anymore. This is super good. So I have a little bit of plating up to do, but of course, we're gonna do it in slow-mo.
This part is optional, but you can absolutely add on a little chopped chives or parsley because everything is pretty yellow in this dish. It's just going to help bring out some more colors. And for sure, take out a nice big scoop of this macaroni and cheese. You can put on a plate and a bowl, whatever you want to serve it in. I love that stretchy cheese there in that shot. And man, oh man, look at this beauty.
Nothing like good old-fashioned comfort food, and I can't believe I've never made macaroni and cheese on video or my website. Ridiculous. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out this video. I promise you will love it. I'll see you on there.